VASYL Lomachenko, Nicholas Walters, two of the best boxers, hitters in boxing. Tomorrow night they will match up. But you know what's so incredibly bananas about this situation? I would have never paired Nicholas Walters with Lomachenko. Not because I didn't want to see it, but they're both so good. And I'm sure Nonito Donaire agrees with me on that. Being that Nicholas Walters walked through him like he was paper mache. And needless to say, the best pound for pound fighter coming up into the next era is Lomachenko. By the time he gets to 25 and 30 and 0, 25 and 35 fights, I don't think there will be any other boxer that would have proven himself at such an elite level. And for those who do not know the ring cachet of Lomachenko, he won like 400 amateur fights and only lost one. So, needless to say, his boxing cachet is on the upper echelon. But before I get started with this, I would like to introduce myself for those who have not watched my channel or looked at this page. My name is Eric A. Bradley, aka The Real Fight Doctor, and there is no other on this level. Now we're going to get back to the topic at hand. First and foremost, they match up equally across the board, the same way that Andre Ward and Kovalev did. One slip, the fight can go the opposite direction. Who do you have winning this fight? You have to look at the analytics of this thing. You got Lomachenko. How does he manage such great ring generalship, ring savvy, punching cash? His boxing moves. And when I say boxing moves, he boxes and moves. When you're training fighters, the hardest thing to get them to do is punch and hit at the same time. That takes a unique skill set. But he makes it look like nothing. But when you have 400 amateur fights, I guess you can. You're getting enough ring work. But at the same time, a lot of fighters don't take the time to really understand and learn the skill set. I take my guys down from square one. If you don't know how to walk with a jab, how can you turn with a hook? So Lomachenko is one of the most unique, skilled boxers in this game, bar none. I love watching guys like Hopkins, and I even like watching pure fighters with good power and good skill sets like Triple G. Why? Because he doesn't just have one dimension. And when I say that, a lot of people think that Triple G does. He just doesn't walk forward. He can go side to side pretty good. He gets hits with a lot of clean shots. But the reason why is because he's not concerned about your power. He eats your power like pack pellets. That's kind of what it is. Until you find someone that's hitting like a Kovalev, Triple G will continuously get hit with shots straight to the face. For the most part, it gets them motivated, and that's what happens. And if you've never been into a boxing ring and squared off before, then you won't know what this means. But that's what we are here to do. This channel, this page is for education. And whenever you see what it is we do, we bring you into what a camp looks like. We don't just talk about boxing. We are boxing. We were actually I was helping out a fighter getting ready for a cruiserweight fight. Let me get the guy's name. The fighter is a cruiserweight fighter from Belgium. His name is Raed Murthy. So Nicholas Walters reminds me of him because this guy has nice hand skills. So go to YouTube right now, or maybe you can pull him up on Facebook. His name is R-Y-A-D, you can spell it that way, R-Y-A-D M-E-R-H-Y. Max Alexander is the fighter I was helping get prepped for this. But I kind of backed out because when fighters start getting wishy-washy, you know, I let them know we have a standard and we have a process. You have to follow it 100% our way. So what we do is give you guys a little bit of what it really looks like. It's 24/7, all access, kind of all the time. How it goes down in a real gym. How Nicholas Walters is training behind the scenes, not for the cameras, but behind the scenes, the real stuff that goes on. This kid, the reason why I bring this up is because that kid reminds me of Nicholas Walters. Nicholas Walters can crack, so can this cruiserweight. I've seen him drop guys, pop, 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 when they're going toe-to-toe, fisticuffs, drop them clean in the middle of the fight. That's when I knew this guy had pop, and this guy is not anything to be dealt with. So, Nicholas Walters at any time can change the game up. When he fought Nonito Donaire, that was a vicious and violent night of fighting for a guy like, who's at the stage of his career like a Nonito Donaire. He was flash, he brought the sizzle, he had that pop, but Nicholas Walters ate him up like a bowl of cereal, and it wasn't even close. Nowhere in that fight did it look like he was going to have a chance to do anything with Nicholas Walters. So this guy not only has power, in some form he's a lighter version of a Triple G. He's long, he's extended, and I mean when he throws that snap, he got that snap on that punch. So, you know, the matchup, I would have never seen this coming. If I was managing my guys, I don't know if this is the fight that I'll be taking, unless it was at a pay-per-view level. But, you know, it's good to have these kind of fights. It's great. I'm going to benefit from it. You're going to benefit from it. But one thing I got to ask you, who are you choosing in this fight? I mean, do you get the stylist that can punch from any angle, use every inch of the ring? Do you know how many drills and how many years it takes to master that? You can stand at home in front of your couch you want to and think you can measure up to stuff like that. But that's a skill set that you will never see again. Not in boxing. You might see it, you know, looking back at footage. When you look at guys like, what was his name? Jersey Joe Walcott. Jersey Joe will walk to you, boom, like he walking through the park. And boom, all of a sudden break off and do a left hook. Catch you, boom. I'm telling you, people. The fight game is beautiful when you have beautiful fighters like Lomachenko. He does a credit to the sport. But I got to break it down and ask you guys, who are you choosing for the fight? Leave your comments down below. Like I said before, whenever you're watching this channel, you're going to get the best of inside camps. You're going to get to see what it looks like front and center. And then we always give you an immaculate fight breakdown. And you already know what we do if you've been watching our show. So I ask you to subscribe to the channel or like the page. We will be seeing you tomorrow. Once again, my name is Eric Bradley. And I thank you guys for watching. But right now, you're watching Master Boxing. And this is where we break the fight world down. Round by round. Walters, Lomachenko, get in. We'll be back after the fight. Stay tuned, stay locked in. We keeps it booming.